Okay, so let's go and do that. In Visual Studio, we are saying in person with the father, the report is virtual. Let's try to open the report. How do we write a report? We start by a string that will represent actually the report, but at the beginning that string is empty. Then we start writing the report, putting the name inside the report, saying the first name is, and we take the value of the accessor. After that, we will add to the previous report a new line. This is what we call a new line. Once that new line is added, we're going to now put the value of the surname by saying the surname is, and we put SN. Here it is the property or accessor. The same will apply to every single accessors. We take the former result equal to this is the new result equal to the former result plus a new line plus the field that we are on, and then we give the value of the field. And up to the end, never forget, when you are in a function, when there is no void here, it is a function, never forget to return the object that you were calculating. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save, and we try to write the report now for the children. I'm going to copy this one, copy, and go to the child. Let's start with PhD student and try to paste this report and adapt it. But remember, what did we say? The child, it should not say virtual. The child should say, let's look at the child should say override. It's going to override the report from the father. The father starting writing the report, the child will carry on where the father left off and complete the report. Let's go and see how it's done. We are saying no more virtual. We're going to say public override. That is done. String report. It's taking the one from the father. So it's going to say, so far, what was the father saying? My report, but first the title is going to say, full report of, where are we? A PhD student. Very good. From there, it's going to add the report of the, I'm going to remove this one so that I can take the report of the father. So it's going to say the previous report. Let me add a new line, and then I'll add the report of the father. So I'm going to copy this and adapt it in a way that I can report. Take the one of the father. So I'll tell him, I'm going to paste the previous report, a new line plus, I'm now adding the report of the father. How do I call the report of the father? It's not a surname. We called it base. Base means what comes from the father. And we said, how did he call it? He called it report, just like us. I am a child. I am calling the report of my father. And from there, because I'm a child, student, I want to give not a surname, but a student number. And then, how do we write student number? I think it was STS student number. Very good. Then we carry on. After the student number, we are going to put the mark, internal mark. And then I'm just going to put some is. Your internal mark is. What is the accessor properties for internal mark? It was IN, internal mark. And then we carry on. Your external mark is, I'm going to write it, external mark is, and then this time I'm going to say external mark, and that's it. We did the report for the PhD student where we put a title. This is a full report. After that, we wrote whatever report the father did. Oh, it's a semicolon. That is why it's good from time to time to check your code to see if there are some mistakes. And after that, we start putting line by line the data, the fields of the student as a student, which means the student number, the internal mark, the external mark. Okay. Now that what is done for the student, I'm going to copy it and adapt it carefully. Copy and go to the PhD examiner and adapt it. He was returning the hours, so I can come here and I paste it and adapt it. What did we say we wanted to calculate? We wanted to calculate here the report using the same name. It's no more a report of a PhD student. It's going to be a report for a PhD examiner. Carrying on from there, we are now saying, yes, we are also taking the report of the father so that he can put the surname, the first name, and the ID number and all that information. But we don't want a student number here. We are staff, so it's going to say a staff number, and then it's not a student number at this level. We call this STF number, if my memory serves me well. After the staff number, what did we have? We have the hourly rate. So I can now write your hourly rate is, and it was H rate, if I remember well, H rate, yes. And then we can carry on. Instead of number of external examiner mark, we're going to give the number of hours. Your number of hours is, okay, small mistake on the of hours is, and then now I can say NB hours. NB hours, yes, and there is no red, which means it's fine. The full report for the PhD examiner is finished. Let me save everything.